Hey, what's going on, family? It's your boy Michael, aka Mr. Drake Visions, on all social media. And welcome to the Credit CEO channel. All right, I made 7 figures in my credit repair business, helping people build, leverage, and learn about credit. But we often have repeat customers, and the reason why we have repeat customers is because everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, and everybody wants to pretty much leverage their credit in a certain way. But they often hear bad advice. So what I want to do is I want to react to some of the bad advice that I see on the internet. Um, because when I get on the phone with people, they'll say, "Hey, I learned this thing on TikTok. Hey, I learned this thing on YouTube. Hey, I learned this thing on Instagram. Is this a good idea?" So I want to react to it. And if you guys have any good or bad ideas you want me to react to, you can drop it down below in the chat. And also, you want to help a brother out, hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into the videos. All right, so first off, we got this young lady here who says how I made $1,306,000 on Airbnb in 2022. All right, she says no gatekeeping. She don't got no $1,000 course, and she ain't got no fluff, just facts. I didn't watch it yet, but let's see. She might have a course. But after we react to this little video, we're gonna react to the comments as well. Okay, so let's get it.
6-figure Airbnb host, and I wanted to tell you guys how exactly I got my start. So when I first started with Airbnb, I actually was making $1,000 to $2,000 in profit on one Airbnb unit.
Okay, all right, this is gonna be good because you made 136,000 with only profiting 2,000 at the most with one unit. Okay, cool. So with one unit, okay, she was making 24K a year. Let's just do the high end so we can really like try to analyze this data. So $24,000 she was making in a year profit. That'll get rid of a regular job.
And when I saw how good this unit was doing, I immediately decided to get more units. So the way that I was able to afford starting Airbnb, so I learned about LLC formation and how when you have a legal business entity.
Oh, this is not legal advice, by the way. I'm not licensed to give legal advice. This is just I just fix credit.
That business is actually eligible for funding. This is where, the light bulb went off in my head. I realized that I can now get access to a whole lot of money in a little bit of time just if I had a legally formed business.
Yes and no. Most of the time you gotta have good credit if you want good terms, but you can start an LLC and get trash line of credit or a trash credit card or a trash merchant cash advance. If you don't know what that is, you can look that up.
So I went ahead and I got an LLC even before I knew what I was doing with my Airbnb business. And I let that LLC age just like, I think it was like 2 or.
All right. So I don't know how she got the Airbnb, made $2,000, then decided to get the LLC when she said she had no idea what the Airbnb, like what her business was going to be. I'm kind of confused, but let's listen to the rest of it. We only got a couple more minutes.
3 months before I actually even did anything. And then I was able to apply for a business credit. And what's amazing about business credit is that the limits are a little bit higher than personal credit because business credit knows that most businesses need access to a lot of money in order to run their business. So then I got that business credit card. I took that card and I purchased everything that I needed for my Airbnb.
Okay. She got a business credit card and she purchased everything for her Airbnb. All right. So let's just assume this is her first one because she said, I don't know the math of it or how when she got her Airbnb. So she got her business credit card and then she started Airbnb. She got a limit. She had to furnish the whole place.
And when I made,
and then let's say okay, she got 0% interest because that's if you get a credit card and you got a business, if you ain't getting 0% interest in the first 1 to 2 to 3 years, then you doing it wrong.
Money from the reservations, I took some of the money and I paid back the bill every single month. Over time, I just kept repeating this process and I was able to scale up to 5 Airbnb units in 1 year.
Okay. She was able to scale to 5 units in 1 year. Is this the year she's talking about she made 136,000? If my math wrong. 1 second, y'all. Let me do this math. Okay, so the math is mathing. It looks like she was like I don't know like the time frame or how she got these Airbnbs and stuff, but if she was cash flowing $2,000 a month, that number kind of seems right. Okay, let's listen to the rest of it.
Time. Eventually, I started to teach others how I do Airbnb, and I built an amazing coaching program with a lot of students getting results.
That's the plug. No course, no fluff, just facts.
And now, whenever I go places, I always talk to people about this. And this was actually how I was able to secure another set of properties. I was talking to someone who owns vacation rentals in a resort, and they basically allowed me to be a property manager. So now I have even more properties that I make profit from. So I'm just sharing that to really show you that your whole life can change in the blink of an eye. And really, it's about you believing and also about being resourceful. So if you want to learn exactly how to get started with an Airbnb business from scratch, I do have a free Airbnb masterclass. You can click the link in my bio, or you can send me a message in order to get access to that class. I'm a 6-figure Airbnb host.
All right, cool. I made this amount of money with one Airbnb. So what I'm assuming is I don't know what kind of business credit she got to furnish those units. It takes a lot of money to furnish Airbnb. I ain't gonna lie. You can get away with doing it cheap, but the best way to do an Airbnb is to do a theme style. I mean, paint the walls, good beds, colored chairs, and colored or like fancy plates. You know what I'm saying? Like a setup. Every single room had a different theme and design when I did it. I don't know where she at, but to only make 136 in a year don't seem like a lot to me. Like I think she said, okay, so she made $2,000 profit, and this is supposed to be the most, right? And she got 5 units, and then 12 months in a year, 120. So she probably could have made 120. I ain't gonna hold you. But with business credit, using business credit is highly unlikely unless she got like theme units, something like that. Let's look at some of these comments. It says you opened up an LLC, but what did you put as your business entity? Did you state that the business was an Airbnb? Did you need a business plan? Question mark. She's not going to answer that question. I can already tell she's not going to answer that question. So somebody said, this is TikToker. No. You can have as many businesses under one LLC as you want. Okay, cool. You don't have to state you are doing a Airbnb on your LLC. I guess. Good question. Following. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, she didn't answer that question. So let's see what questions she did answer. Okay. Did you get approved for business credit with only 2 to 3 months in your business? Question mark. The banks I try say you need at least 2 years in business. The banks are right. Unless you personal guarantee. That means you got to have good credit. She says, yes, you want to stay away from traditional banks. That's a red flag. As most will say that. The account I got was Capital on Tap. These numbers ain't right. Capital on Tap is like one of the worst places you can go. And I know she got bad credit because she couldn't go to a traditional bank. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna try. Thank you. You're welcome. Get NAV. Let's just see your business score. and it counts as a trade line. Yes, you're right. If you do it that, they tell you about more business accounts. Credit strong is a good one too. All right, why are we going to subprime lenders, man? Like you go to a subprime lender when your margins is already thin as it is, right? That's crazy. What was your first business card? Did you personal guarantee? Capital on tap, and no, it's a business card that asks for EIN. However, will require your SSN for a soft pull. She said, "Got you. I'm cleaning my credit up now." Good. She want to put some AUs and leverage her business. No. Free game. Appreciate you. Where'd you start your first Airbnb? Atlanta, Georgia. Oh Lord. Another AT alien. All right. I'm gonna go through some more of these because I really want to know, like, all right. Somebody says, but what if your Airbnb aren't booked? How do you pay the monthly costs? Stuff people don't tell you. All right. That never happens. A complete month without bookings. All right. With any business, marketing and systems, is the key to afford your expenses. Yeah, she's right, but I guess you got to get the course to figure out like her marketing secrets or something. Airbnb pretty much marketed for you. The only thing I worry about is I had an Airbnb, and when people leave bad reviews, it's crazy. Oh, you know what? Let's make the video about. I didn't want to make it about her, but let's see what other stuff she got.
Going on, moneymakers. A lot of people ask me about getting started on Airbnb, and the biggest misconception they have is that they need to have a lot of money. But I'm going to tell you how I got my start, and that was utilizing OPM, which stands for Other People's Money Credit. This is one of my students who did the same play that I did by using other people's money, and she was able to get approved for $18,000 on a business credit card. Now she can use that to invest into not one, but 2 Airbnbs. Going on, moneymakers. A lot of people ask me.
All right, y'all. Oh yeah. So this one's kind of cool. She taught somebody, I guess, how to fix their credit, and then taught them how to go to Native Fed and get approved. One term that you guys are going to hear from me a lot is there's no such thing as OPM. It's always your money. It's just your money in the future that you get to borrow from the bank. Just make correct decisions with it. I like her. Just going on her TikTok. TikTok ain't a place where you go to really teach. It's where you go to get noticed. But yeah, y'all, I would say check her out, but Airbnb is dying right now. So if I was you, I wouldn't do Airbnb at all. So let's look at somebody else.
Implementing this one thing at your Airbnb property could save you hundreds, if not thousands. You have to have a locked storage room or closet. Only you and your cleaning team will have access to this storage closet. Keep all overstock, cleaning supplies, vacuums, paper products locked up, or guests could potentially use or take home what you leave out. I'm not saying guests are thieves, but they will use or take home what you leave out because, again, this is a hospitality business. While we do leave out laundry supplies and cleaning supplies and snacks and toiletries and paper products for our clients, we definitely make sure to leave out enough that they're comfortable, but not much more than that. This helps keep us on budget per se and make sure that we can provide all of these amenities for current and future guests. Keep it nice and organized with bins and labels for your cleaning team for an easy turnover. This also allows for easy inventory of what you need to restock. Lastly, make sure that you provide totes for your cleaners, complete with your household cleaning checklist. You can grab mine by visiting my website. Having a locked storage room or closet is not only going to keep you organized, but it is also going to save you hundreds, if not thousands over time by being able to control your overstock. Implementing.
Okay. Yeah, you man, those guests will take anything they see out. So what I do is what made me stand out a lot with my Airbnb? Well, what made me stand out a lot with my Airbnb is I used to leave wine. I used to go to Aldi and get like the $5 bottle of wine, $3 bottle of wine, whatever price. I think it's like $5, and I would leave a little bottle of wine out on a little cart, and people used to older people used to come and get whatever. So I didn't let people under 21 stay in my Airbnbs. You know, they had to like send their message request to even get access to my property before I can even approve them. But yeah, she's not right. She's not wrong. My bad. I used to keep my stuff in the garage. Which was it was hit or miss. So I had a small closet, and then I had the garage. We put a padlock on the garage, and then we just kept all our stuff in there. And that list for the cleaner too, that's goated. But it really is effective when you got multiple properties, because most cleaning crews come in like a crew. So I had my Airbnbs beside each other. So when one cleaner was like making beds, they'll just leave and make the other bed, and then they had a list that they had to go down. You know what I'm saying? And then the monthly checklist and stuff like that. But overall, like I'm like actually surprised about this information that's on TikTok, because a lot of people show money, glitz, and glam, but she's really showing like the inside of her property and her storage unit, based upon the size of the room. Like, she's able to block off a room, she ain't here getting money. And if this her Airbnb with this map and stuff, yeah, she. If this her Airbnb with that map and stuff, yeah, she probably got some Airbnb in a good place. Let me see. Read some of these comments. We even keep linens locked up because we had one group who used every single sheet set for a 2-night stay for 4 beds, over 20 sheet. Oh God.
This shit right here, this is why your business don't fail. Not having no fucking team when your beds break down, cleaners half-ass and doing their job, fucked up guests, and you not mentally prepared to handle none of.
Man, I'm glad I didn't see us for first. I stayed in the Airbnb kind of like this, man. The bed was broke. Like, like if you jump on the bed, that thing fall through the floor. I don't think the bed was this dirty because I didn't script the sheets or nothing.
None of this shit that come along with the business. See, everybody think that they can just jump and get an apartment and place it on Airbnb until a guest come and fuck your shit up, or now you ain't got no maintenance person, you got a new guest checking in, your cleaner is running behind, and some bullshit like this happening. You got another check in 3 hours. This type of shit.
This is a real Airbnb host, man. This is a real one. If your Airbnb host don't talk like this, dude, well, not host. If your Airbnb mentor don't talk like this, don't hire them as a mentor. This person, oh my God, I got to go to her channel. I'm going to give her a credit here. Well, I'm going to give all them credit, I think.
Shit. You got a guest coming, they check in, and it's fucking stains on the comforter because the lazy ass cleaner didn't decide to check and do a good job. I'm telling you, your shit gonna fail. Trust me, if you're not cut out for this type of shit right here, don't even get in the business, child. Don't even give yourself the fucking headaches. Trust me.
I bet she in Miami. She sound like she in downtown Miami right now. But this is 100% true. Your team is the most important part of your Airbnb business. Let's. I want to react to more of her stuff. I'm about to follow her. Oh, okay. Yeah, she tripping now. How about putting 50K in a house and then Airbnb in your house? You know what I'm saying? Like a fully furnished Airbnb for 22K. Depends on where it's at. What happens is when these people sell these, I'm gonna give y'all the game right before we go. When these people sell these Airbnbs, number one, they don't be having the right to even sell you an Airbnb. They just be doing everything under the table. So just make sure you talk to the property management team, or the property owner, and then they'll give you a cleaner, and then they'll be making money out the cleaners. And then especially if you out of state, they be charging you for everything, like making little runs and stuff like that. But well, that's it, man. I'm about to let me stop sharing. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much it, man. I hope y'all enjoy me reacting to these things and, help a brother out by hitting that subscribe button. But most importantly, I want to answer some questions in the chat. Like, in the comments, whether that's credit stuff, what you heard about, whatever, what type of business you plan on running. What I want to do is I want to start opening up the videos, or ending the videos answering specific questions from people. Okay. So if y'all like the content, man, definitely hit that like button, subscribe. And as I always say, be safe in these internet streets. All right. Peace.